Oh, yeah. And you.
Welcome. If everybody could take their seat in the back. I'd like to bring up Sergeant Kevin Triplett, the commander of the Wright County Honor Guard.
Welcome to today's event. I'm Sergeant Kevin Triplett of the Wright County Sheriff's Office and the commander of our Honor Guard unit. Please rise for the presentation of the colors. Please stand at attention, and at the order of present arms, uniformed personnel should render a hand salute. Those not in uniform should place your right hand over your heart. Honor Guard, present the colors.
Ready, post.
Officers, present arms. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Officers, order, arms.
Detail. Ready, face. Forward, mark.
All right, please be seated. I am Sergeant McGill with the Wright County Sheriff's Office. I am the training coordinator in the operations division of the department. On behalf of the Wright County Sheriff's Office, I would like to welcome all of you as the newest members of our family. Our organization takes pride in its mission and how we accomplish that mission. The Wright County mission statement is on display throughout our facility and all over the community. I'm going to take an opportunity to read the mission statement for both the new members of our family and our attending guests. The following statement is more than just a bunch of words on paper to the people that work in this organization. It's a promise to our partners, our families, and our communities that we will carry out our mission with the following guiding principles: integrity, professionalism, caring, and fairness. The Wright County Sheriff's Office, in partnership with the community, is committed to improving our quality of life. We uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Minnesota and dedicate ourselves to maintaining order, protecting lives and property, reducing the fear of crime, and ensuring a safe and secure correctional facility. We hold ourselves accountable to the guiding principles of integrity, professionalism, caring, and fairness. And to the new members of our Sheriff's Office, please remember that those are not just words to the people who work in our agency. At this time, I would like to introduce the Wright County Sheriff, Sheriff Sean Derringer.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to try to stay on script today. It feels like these days I can talk unscripted for about 6 hours and we'd have to order pizza in for everyone. This is a really cool moment and a great opportunity for us to showcase what separates the Wright County Sheriff's Office from other agencies across the state of Minnesota and even probably across our nation. And so I'm going to stay on script because that message is important, and I think that you will all learn what it will becoming a family member of the Wright County Sheriff's Office. So thank you all for being here today. This ceremony gives us the opportunity to welcome our newest members and to meet their families, to honor them, and introduce all of you to the Wright County Sheriff's Office family. First of all, before I get started, do we have any military in here? Former or current? Please stand. Thank you very much for your service. Any former or current law enforcement outside of the Wright County Sheriff's Office? Please stand. And how about any corrections? We're 2 for 2. Any current or former corrections officers? Hey, thank you very much. You never know, even in a room like this, who you're sitting next to. So thank you very much for your service. First of all, I'd like to start with a couple of thank yous. Thank you to my command staff for being here today. Kristen, it's no small feat to set up a room like this and get everything organized and put together. My assistant, Kristen, truly has a heart of service to you all and to this office, and none of these things would be possible without her. So thank you very much. 6 years ago, when I was sworn in, I told all of our staff at that time that the fight was not inside the 4 walls of the Wright County Sheriff's Office. It was and remains my priority to foster an environment where our team feels valued, appreciated, and respected. I am blessed with a command staff that shares the vision. They work tirelessly to keep our office running smooth. I'd also like to thank the Honor Guard. You guys look great, did a fantastic job today. Custodians, again, it takes a lot of hands to make something like this happen. And so I saw my wife walk in a little bit ago. Tammy, where are you? Thank you very much for being here. Your support and encouragement has always been welcomed and needed, so thank you for being here. Last but certainly not least, to our newest members and your families, thank you all for coming. I recognize that there will come a time that I call upon each of you to put yourselves in harm's way, and you will be forced to make a withdrawal from your family bank. My message has been consistent to our staff: invest in your families. Good Lord willing, our families will be with us long after our career has ended. Families, we need your support and encouragement to get through those bad days. Take advantage of your time off and invest wisely. Make frequent deposits into your family bank. There have been many times throughout my career that I've been forced to look at my own priorities in life and reevaluate. During a homicide investigation, I nearly missed my daughter's 12th birthday. I would have had hell at home had I not been there, but it was hell at work leaving for an hour and a half that afternoon. But you have to make priorities too, and it seems to be a moving target as to what those priorities look like. But always remember, your family is steadfast. Invest in your family. I've been blessed to have the love and support of my family during some of the most difficult times. That support has never wavered and has always been needed. We need to take care of one another, and I stand committed to make all of you my #1 priority. No one stands alone in this family. Some people have asked me what the secret to success is within the Wright County Sheriff's Office. It comes down to 4 things that I expect from everyone. Before I say these, I will just mention it's noteworthy. It is worth noting. Woo! See, don't go off script. Do not go off script. We have not hired a corrections officer in over a year. And I think that that says something about the special circumstances that we have going here at the Wright County Sheriff's Office. We have remained fully staffed. And it seems like every year, this is a good problem to have. This group of new employees, new team members, continues to get smaller and smaller. So I feel very blessed to be in the situation that we are, that we're in, but I think that's because of the environment that we continue to foster. So at all times, back to my 4 things, at all times, be legal, be ethical, be a good partner, and treat everyone with dignity and respect. We are all part of something much bigger than ourselves. On duty and off duty, we represent the Wright County Sheriff's Office and the greater community of law enforcement. We have a vested interest in the future success of our community. If we are going to remain above reproach, we should conduct ourselves accordingly. If you all conduct yourselves legal, ethical, and treat people with dignity and respect, I will always defend you. I know that it is an unfair expectation, but I need you to be kind, compassionate, caring, and empathetic. But when those circumstances call for it, I need you to become a warrior. But just as quick as you flip that switch, when those circumstances change, I need you to switch back to the kind, compassionate, caring, empathetic role model that our community deserves. I have often defined leadership as having the ability to encourage and inspire others to reach their full potential, whatever that is. Within the Wright County Sheriff's Office, you do not have to be a supervisor to be a leader. In fact, if I must use my positional authority to accomplish a mission, I have already failed as a leader. I will continue to work to foster this environment where our staff feels their true value and worth. It is only when that environment is established and maintained, I feel our staff will feel empowered to carry out their duties with grace and grit and will strive to provide the best possible service to the people we serve every day. Over the past 4.5 years, we have seen how frail and fragile our relationship with the community is. We must always work hard to ensure that we hold ourselves accountable to the very people that have graciously entrusted us with their permission to be policed. Think about that for a moment and the responsibility that carries. Our communities give us permission to be policed, and that comes with a great responsibility on our part. We are blessed to have wonderful relationships with our community thanks to the generations of Wright County sheriffs, deputies, corrections officers, dispatchers, and support staff that have come before us. We must see ourselves as ambassadors to the community that have a vested interest for the future success of our families to ensure that we are providing a measure of safety and security to our communities. We walk the thin blue line, which represents the line between civility and chaos. Society seems to be boiling into flashpoints, clashes between protesters and police. The future success of our society is dependent upon the guardians that will be willing to stand that line for the greater good of others. With that comes the pain, hurt, and brokenness. That's why it is so important to invest wisely into your families. We will need their support some days just to find the strength and the courage to put the uniform back on the next day. You are starting your hero's journey with the Wright County Sheriff's Office. I ask each of you as the sun sets on your careers someday to ask yourselves, what will your legacy look like? In closing, I am honored to be your sheriff, and I am honored to lead an organization with the dedicated men and women who do a difficult job to serve our community, making it a better place to work, live, and raise our families. Look around here, folks. You guys aren't on this journey alone. We're all in this together. Before I close, in a few minutes, I am going to have them take their oath of office. We've done it in an official capacity between them and I in my office, but I'm going to read, they're taking the same oath today that they did at that time. When I was elected sheriff, we kind of relooked at everything that we were doing, And we composed a new oath of office because, as Mike said to our mission statement, which has been a part of our organization since 2002, 2 or 3, it's an important thing of what we do. But our oath of office should define us, and it's how we carry out and conduct ourselves day in and day out. And I think in part that's what continues to also separate us from others. We have some things going on really well here, and I want to make sure that we continue that. So I am dependent upon hiring really good people, and I talk publicly all the time, and it's such a blessing for me because I don't have to make anything up. I really talk about the blessings of the great people that I'm surrounded by. So thank you all for being here and joining our family, and thank you all for the way that you conduct yourselves. Before I close, I just want to give a special thank you to a couple of people here in the front row. It shouldn't go without saying. Lieutenant Stu Worth retired in 2004. He was my criminal investigation division lieutenant at the time of his retirement, and it goes to show 20 years later, he's still involved and still sees the importance of supporting all of you in what you're doing. And the relationships that we built 20, 30 years ago now for some of us are still there today. And I'm really honored that the sheriff that hired me back in 1997 is also here, Don Hozempa. Thank you very much for being here. One day, I'm keeping a list of all of those that I've hired, and one day I want to see one of you be sheriff. Have any of you thought that far ahead? What does that look like in your careers? If you would have asked me back in 1997 if I aspired to be the sheriff of Wright County, I would have said you're crazy. When Sheriff Hozempa took a chance hiring a kid from North Dakota to be a Wright County deputy sheriff, I thought I hit the pinnacle of my life. I didn't tell him this at the time, but I would have done it for free. I was so excited to have this job. And it has been a true blessing. Part of the motivation that I had running for sheriff 6 or 7 years ago now was to ensure that we continued to provide those same opportunities for everyone that comes through our doors. As the 3rd largest sheriff's office in the state, I think we have immense opportunities for our people. It's not a place just to start a career and get some experience and move on. This place really can follow you through the course of your career, and I hope that you all find a home here. So thank you all for being here. So if I could have the licensed deputies, please stand for your oath. Let's get through this first one. It's always a really difficult one, right? I say your name, do solemnly swear. Please raise your hand. To support and uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Minnesota.
To support and uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Minnesota.
To serve the citizens of Wright County, the state of Minnesota, and the United States of America honestly and faithfully.
To serve the citizens of Wright County, the state of Minnesota, and the United States of America honestly and faithfully.
To be loyal to my supervisors and fellow deputies and obey and enforce the law without fear, favor, or discrimination, class, color, race, or creed, and have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
To be loyal to my supervisors and fellow deputies, and obey and enforce the law without fear, favor, or discrimination, class, color, race, or creed, and have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
To conduct myself at all times in accordance with the highest moral standards and never commit any act that will reflect discredit on the Wright County Sheriff's Office or any member thereof.
To conduct myself at all times in accordance with the highest moral standards and never commit any act that will reflect discredit on the Wright County Sheriff's Office or any member thereof.
And and to help those in danger or distress, and if necessity arise, lay down my life rather than swerve from the path of duty.
To help those in danger or distress, and if necessity arise, lay down my life rather than swerve from the path of duty.
At all times fulfill my oath as a Wright County Deputy Sheriff,
And at all times fulfill my oath as a Wright County Deputy Sheriff.
all this I solemnly swear to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
All this I solemnly swear to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
I think this is the best we ever got through that. Great job.
At this time, we are going to call the new employees up individually, and they will receive a challenge coin and a certificate from the command staff. Employees, once you receive it, please be seated, and we will do separate at the end, the pinning for the photos if you intend to do that. So first row. Zachary Blackford. Catherine Phoebe. Samantha Hanson. Tyler Hecht. Quinn Hubner. Evan Morgan. Kyle Phillips. Daniel Stone. Zachary Tabor. Blake Unreen. Heather Kruger. Jessica Pearson. Valerie Schwinghammer. Tyler Forrester. All right, at this time, I'll have the command staff go back to their seats, and we will bring Sergeant Kevin Triplett back up for the retiring of the colors.
Before we retire the colors, let's give a round of applause for all the new hires. Please rise and stand at attention for the retiring of the colors.